Hey, good morning. A couple of days later. It's Monday and the parts are still due on Wednesday. Funny enough, it takes probably longer for parts to get here from this country over east than it does from America. How does that work? Stuff gets sent to the airport in America, arrives here at the airport, and is shipped to my house, usually in 5 days, sometimes not even counting the weekend. Australia can't do that within Australia. I've had stuff taken up to 2 weeks. This, they paid express post, so it would get here quicker. I don't understand. Anyway, okay, so I just took this extension off. Here is the output shaft of the gearbox that would normally slide into this part. I want a universal joint on here, like so, preferably as short as possible. This is splined up to about there. I was thinking of cutting this off, right? And then getting this lathe down to fit inside this. So, and of course make this shorter. So this here sticks out of the end here. I weld it on there. Nice tight fit. Weld it on and put a circlip. Why is there a circlip there? Why is that not welded? Well, I would take that out and then put a washer and a bolt so that this shaft here is splined and bolted, and then put in there. Somehow. If you have any ideas, let me know. So basically I can weld this spline and bolt this spline onto a yoke. Here's a Jeep. That's the yoke from the gearbox. This is the yoke from the Jeep. See, so either way, whichever yoke I use, I believe they're the same. 3 150s. That's a $300 yoke, I think, from memory. 300 plus. So yeah, I need to put a yoke on this output shaft, or input shaft. That's the output there at the back of the vehicle. So yes, so that's what I'm trying to work out. I was kind of hoping that this spline here would be compatible with either of these yokes. Is it compatible with anything you guys know of? If there's a yoke that slides onto that, that would be perfect, because I could like slide it on there partially and weld. That would give it so much more strength. But it would have to be a yoke with the same universal joints as the Jeep, of course, size. That's what I'm kind of working at the moment, is to salvage the shaft, machine this tight to fit into a yoke, either that one or this one or another one of those. I may not use that cast unit. This one here is machined from steel, so I may get another one of those. and then shorten it, and then weld and bolt this onto the yoke and get it balanced, and then I can go in there. Of course, this doesn't need to be that long, like the spline inside the shaft is like the full length of this, so I could probably like trim this down as well. And I would maybe I'll put a bolt through or two, or weld it on there. I'm not really sure. Probably bolt it, because I don't even want to take it apart and weld it. So that's the plans, and I'm going to use these to make a front mount plate, and not sure how I'm going to mount it at the back yet, but I'll find a way. Or I may just make some big ones that go all the way around. I don't know yet. That's not the important bit. Putting a universal joint on the end of this is what's important at the moment. Because imagine, here is the gearbox. That's the divorce transfer case. And this has to, with a double cardan, goes on there. This one keeps sliding a little bit inside and out the gearbox. I'm going to keep that sliding, but this is going to be a solid mount. So yeah, and I've got this to use. Can you put this on a lathe, this hardened steel? Not sure. I'm not a fitter and turner. So yeah, let me know what you think about doing that. See, what surprises me is the size of that shaft is so much smaller than the output shafts of the transfer case. Why? So yes, okay, this will break first, right? That will break before that will break, or that, because this is smaller. So no matter what, the strength is going to come through there. In a normal vehicle, hopefully I can make all this one, or maybe I can cut it off. No, that won't work either. I was going to slide it in and then bolt, but no, that doesn't work either. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to sit here a bit longer and think about it, and hopefully you'll come up with an idea or two. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, then I don't know if you can see it. There, my new cross member, but I'm waiting for the transmission mount. And I'm contemplating going to see if they've done anything to the engine or not. In the meantime, I'm looking at this, and I'm hoping maybe someone has done this before to a, was it 242 HD, and turn it into a divorce case. Anyone? No? Anyway, thanks for watching. Nice of you to be here, and looking forward to getting all this bolted up. Okay, I've come to a decision. I started pulling that transfer case off. I pulled the cone off, then realizing it's a lot smaller output shaft than the output shaft here. So I was hoping I could just cut that, because that's got a really long splined shaft, but no. And then I thought I could use possibly a universal joint with that spline and just slip it straight on, but no such luck. So yes, I'm going to cut this off, right, and I'm going to shorten this one basically, and then use this spline to go into the transfer case. That is the best way I can think of, unless any smart guys out there have divorced a 242 HD gearbox transfer case before. Have ya? Unless you guys have done that and you've got a better way of hooking that up to the rear of a standard gearbox, then by all means, I'm all ears. So at the moment, I'm going to go have a coffee, and after I've done that, I'm going to hack this off and find a machinist that will be able to do a good job putting this onto there. Well, it'd be great if they could spline it, but that would, unlikely I'll find someone that can spline it and spline it in and then bolt it. That would be awesome, but I don't think so. So that would be good, because then I'd be able to like bolt the universal joint on and take it off. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, actually, if I had a 31 spline shaft, anybody got a 31 spline shaft that fits this baby? I'll be really interested in listening. In getting my hands on a 31, just a destroyed gearbox with a 31 spline shaft to suit the T56, or even the same. Yeah, I don't know. Wow, my head's spinning. The HD transfer case did come with the output. It came with this one. I'm not sure. Is that the same? That does not fit my T56 Magnum gearbox. The teeth are different, right? So yeah, that's the same as that, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm not going to end the video here. I'm going to cut that off and make sure that slides in there. Okay, I haven't had a coffee yet. I couldn't wait. So there we go. I just need to now machine this on there, but a lot shorter. Shorten that some, shorten this some. Weld it on this shaft on here, then put two securing bolts through here, one or two. Maybe one is enough. Nice tight fit, high tensile steel bolt to stop it moving. And I think Bob's your uncle. Yep. If you have a better idea, I'm all ears. Anyway, thanks for watching. I have started an episode on the transfer case cross member, on the gearbox cross member, and I will finish that, but it's a separate episode. I'll finish after this. So yeah, you'll see that loaded up probably on the weekend, because the parts come on Wednesday, and then I'll film bits and I'll weld bits and I'll cut bits and I'll, you know how it works. So but I'll upload this today for you. At least you've got something to sink your teeth into for now. Anyway, hope you learned something. If you haven't, hope you were entertained. Catch you later. Close up. Oh, hang on, let's take a picture too. Can I? Yay!